Everybody. My name is Nighttime Guru, and this is an installment on lucid dreaming, astral projection, and altered states of consciousness. Pew, 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 pew. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about astral travel, what it is. I've already talked about it before, but why not again? Oh, because a lot of people ask me what's the difference between lucid dreaming and astral projection. I think that astral projection is a form of lucid dreaming called wake-induced lucid dreaming, and lucid dreaming is a form of astral projection wherein you become aware in the middle of an astral experience or while in a dream. Because it's usually speculated that dreams take place on the astral plane of consciousness. Also, there are planes that that I wouldn't want to say contained within the astral, but they contain the astral, such as the causal plane, the mental plane, the Buddhic plane, and I don't know if Buddhic and Nirvana are interchangeable, or the Nirvanic plane will be above the Buddhic plane, but it just depends on your vibratory rate of consciousness. And now that I've said that, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about how to have an astral projection or a lucid dream, because a lot of people do have trouble with doing them sometimes. So I just was talking about a vibratory rate of consciousness. From my perspective, I would say that you'd have to change, I wouldn't say raise your vibration, but to change it to match that frequency. And that means recalling your dreams, recalling your astral experiences that you have unconscious, well, dreams are unconscious astral experiences. So the first step would be to recall those. But even before that, you'd really want to live as healthy a lifestyle as possible. Because if this is a spiritual practice, then it should not negate your other spiritual practices. And I believe that one of the most important spiritual practices is taking care of your physical body, because for now, it contains all your other bodies. So firstly, being aware of your diet. I'm not saying you need to be vegan or vegetarian, but being aware of your diet, being aware of what you eat, and seeing if you're eating it for pleasure or is it to feed your soul and your consciousness and your body. It can taste good to do that as well. And to me, it actually tastes better to feed your body the nutrients that it needs, because it feels good for your soul knowing that you're taking care of yourself. Exercise is a big thing for me. I found that when doing exercise and then or prior to attempting an astral projection or a lucid dream for a day or two, it really helps in achieving that mind awake, body asleep state. Because if you do an extensive exercise, your body will be so extremely tired when you go to sleep that it will basically be like, I'm done, like I'm not moving, I'm not doing anything. But your mind will still be awake, and you can lay there for an hour or two with your mind awake and not like tossing and turning and having a bunch of thoughts, but it's laying there and realizing that your body is just not moving. Like you're just so tired you don't want to move, but your mind is still aware, even an hour or two into what we would call sleep, and you're not falling unconscious. So exercise, to reiterate, exercise helps to tire your body out so that you can have that mind awake but body asleep stage. Also, I do have there's some herbs that help. I have some mugwort here, mugwort, and a lot of the things that that some people say induce astral projection, I found that, and this is one of the things, but I found that it does not induce astral projection, but it will have an effect on your astral projection and your dream states, which can help if you are practicing like reality checks and things like that to recognize how it's affecting your dream state. Like you'll have some really bizarre dreams when using these kinds of herbs. As I was saying, I haven't found anything that directly induces astral projection other than work and pure intention. Even they have dream leaf or lucid dreaming pills with galantamine and choline. Those things I haven't tried them yet, but I don't think that they would induce an astral projection or an out-of-body experience without at least setting your intention or working towards it as well. Like there's no kind of pill, but it will definitely serve as a good catalyst. To speak a little bit about psychedelia. So psychedelics are, I think, really good at kind of bridging the gap between worlds of an unconscious state and a conscious state, and allowing you to experience those in that way. For a lot of people who are skeptical about it, or who kind of feel guilty because they're quote-unquote drugs, I have read testimonials where gurus or monks have used ecstasy or soma or fly-argic mushrooms to help in their prayers and their meditations. So it just depends on your belief system. And that's something I was struggling with for a long time. Saying, oh, I don't want to use drugs, it's the easy way out. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's actually the hard way. Like, drugs are hard to find sometimes. But if you do take that route, for me, I would rather not do. I would do it a couple more times, but I try to stay away from like LSD or kind of synthetics, even though it's not totally synthetic. It's like 50-50. But I go for like more natural things like ayahuasca. I wouldn't do pure DMT, the crystals. The experience would be too short for me. I feel like it was a waste of my time and my money. But ayahuasca, shrooms, like I said, fly-argic, and also psilocybin, peyote cactus. Also using legal substances, legal herbs. You guys can check these out, such as mugwort, the Mexican dream herb, Damiana. If you guys, I haven't tried it yet, but be very careful when using like substances like belladonna. That I'm not telling anybody to do that, but I'm just saying I've heard that it's been used, but I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So if you guys do or have any experience with it, leave a comment below and let me know like what it's like, because I'm very open-minded and I do want to experience with a bunch of different altered states of consciousness, a little bit of magic and sacred geometry and Egyptian kind of ancient Egyptian practices and things like that. So that's about it on psychedelia. All the altered states of consciousness, really fun. Also, setting the groundwork with peace, love, and prosperity, and having the right intentions, because what I found with using these helpers, these entheogens, is that I was making sure I used the right word, but what I found is if you abuse them, they will abuse you. So taking too many or using it too much, for me, I will begin to lose weight, look sickly, start neglecting my responsibilities, just because these things are so easy and readily available, and they give such a very, very good and enlightening experience. So if you're going to use them, I pray that you use them responsibly. And I'm not going to say always for a spiritual experience. I would use them for a spiritual experience, but if you're not, if you're going to go out and party or do whatever and like have fun, just use them responsibly, and research before you put anything into your temple or into your vessel. That's about it. Adios. Thank you.